Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. In today's video, I'm going to give you my top picks for the 2025 bull run. So I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright, in today's video, I'm going to give you my top picks for the 2025 bull run. These are the bigger cap, coins that are in the top 100 that I think are some of the safest bets that are going to give you really good, solid returns for this bull run. So let's jump into it here. So first of all, I want to cover the total crypto market cap, take a look at Bitcoin real quick, and then we'll jump into those coins. We're still, close to that 2.5 trillion market cap. We did have a little bit of a correction on Bitcoin. It did hit 69,000. And then it has corrected down a little bit here. But overall, crypto's up quite a bit for over the last few weeks. If we take a look at Bitcoin here, we are now kind of touching off on this this zone that we were in here, as hopefully this is going to be our support level now, and we'll hopefully maybe come down to like 66.5 or something, and then take off. Or we may have hit bottom here and we'll take off. We'll see what happens here, but hopefully we stay above this channel here and we don't break down back into it. If we do, that could postpone things for a while potentially. But I'm expecting us to kind of stay up above here, hopefully, and then eventually maybe around the election news, we take off and break above 70,000. Really need to break above 70,000 and break above that all-time high in order for us to really be bullish and considered to be full on in the bull run here. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. So my first pick that I'm going to give you guys is Salana. This is kind of a no-brainer. Yes, it has pumped quite a bit from the $14 whatever it got down to back in early 2023, but it is held steady above the $100 mark. If you look at like the last year here, basically it was down previously in October last year below this, but since like 2024, since March, it's been holding up in this zone here over like close to $140, $150 or so for quite a while, and I don't think it's going to correct much lower than that unless we go into a bear market, of course. But as long as we're going to have a bull run here, I think this is just kind of the new support level, and we're probably going to take off from here. A lot of people are thinking Solana could potentially hit $1,000 in this bull run. Obviously, there's no guarantee of that by any means, but a lot of people are thinking it's going to kind of pull what Ethereum did, from its first couple bull runs here, and potentially that could happen with Solana. It's still doing really well and holding steady, so we'll have to see if that happens. But I think Solana is still a solid pick if you're looking for something steady in your portfolio but still have decent returns. The next one here would be Sui. Sui's been really hot lately. You could see from basically just August, it was down to 53 cents, and now we're up over $2. It's been taken off here recently, and I would expect it to do quite a bit better than this in the bull run. It could potentially, and I don't like picking coins that have pumped recently, but I don't see Sui really correcting much other than if we go into a bear market, and that'd be a whole nother thing. You'd have plenty of time to accumulate more at lower prices if that were to happen, but from this point on, I think Sui's probably going to do fairly well. If it does as well as like Solana did previously, Solana hit like an 80 billion market cap. Right now, Sui's only at a little over 5 billion. So if it were to pull a Solana in the last bull run, you're looking at, basically almost a 16x from here for Sui, which would be fantastic returns for a big cap coin. It's a top 25 right now. So Sui, I think, is another good safe play to have in your portfolio, and I think there's a lot of projects that are getting really bullish on Sui. So this would definitely be one that you want to consider potentially having in your portfolio. None of this is financial advice, guys. Don't just buy any of these because I'm mentioning them. I'm just giving you my personal opinion. Make sure you do your own research on all of these before you add any of these to your portfolio, of course. Now, the next one I got here would be Avalanche. Avalanche is currently at 11 billion market cap. It is up quite a bit from 2023, but all of these top coins are in the top 100. All of them are up. Most of them are up quite a bit, from over a year ago. But, it did get over, I think it hit like $60 or something recently here back in March, close to $60, and then it's corrected back down. So I think Avalanche could potentially pull, what it did or better in the last bull run, where it got up to like $130 last bull run. I think it's going to potentially smash that this bull run, but no guarantee of that, of course. You know, maybe it hits $150, $200. We don't know. Maybe it hits $250. We don't know for sure what it's going to do, but I'm pretty sure it's going to do much better than what it did here. If you look at what, you know, Ethereum did early on, it, you know, made these moves and then really took off in the real bull run. So we'll have to see here, but a lot of bullish activity on Avalanche, especially with gaming. So I think Avalanche is going to do really well because it's going to be the kind of the network for a lot of gaming projects out there. So I think it might be one that you want to consider potentially adding to your portfolio as a safer one that's going to do really well. The next one I got here would be Chainlink, of course. Chainlink's going to do really well also. I think there's a lot of projects that are going to be launching on Chainlink. And at $11, I think it's still a good bargain. If you look at its price last bull run, it got to over $50 at its peak. But you can see here how quickly these peak and then drop. And, you know, when that happens, that's why you want to take profits out on the way up, guys, because when you hit the top, it can just dump on you pretty much overnight, and then you missed out on those gains. So you want to take profits out on the way up, so you hopefully hit a little bit at least at the top, because you'll never time the top perfectly, because in the bull run, things just, you know, jump up and down really quickly, and you don't ever, you know, unless you're extremely, extremely lucky, hit the top when you cash out. So just be careful of that, and when you see coins pumping really hard like this, you definitely want to take profits out, and, you know, because there's going to be a good correction afterwards. As you can see here, it went from like $60 all the way down to what, $13 in just a month or so. So, you know, you can see how hard they correct in a short period of time, even during the middle of a bull run. Another one I got on here is ICP. As you guys know, I'm pretty bullish on ICP. I have a lot of ICP in my portfolio, and this one I think is going to do really well. I could see this one potentially hitting $100 or more in the bull run, but of course there's no guarantee of that. I'm going to start probably taking out some profits once it gets over $40 to take out some, and then once it keeps going on up from there, I'll continually take it out and leave a little bit in case it gets to that $100 or so mark. But, you know, I think ICP is going to do pretty well this bull run, and, you know, they're actually building true artificial intelligence on chain, which other projects are not doing, and there's a lot of good stuff going on with ICP. Some people think it's a scam, but they really have no clue or idea what they're talking about. ICP is not any form of a scam at all. It's one of the true legitimate you know, projects out there. People just don't understand it. So I think ICP is going to do really well, and that's why I have a good amount of it in my portfolio. The last one I got on here is Polkadot. Now, normally I wouldn't have covered Polkadot, but there's a lot of rumor out there that there's going to be some really strong projects building on Polkadot potentially. There's a company that's looking to buy TikTok, and it, you know, with everything that's going on with the legal issues with TikTok right now in the United States, there's a company that has a buy offer out there for TikTok, and if they're forced to sell based off of litigation that happens, there's a potential scenario out there where if that company buys TikTok, they're planning on launching it on Polkadot. So obviously it's not a guaranteed thing to happen at all, but if it were to happen, I think it'd be very bullish for Polkadot if that were to happen. So there is a potential out there for Polkadot to explode if this were to happen. Polkadot is a pretty decent project, but, you know, if that doesn't happen, I don't know how well it's going to do. But if that does happen, you know, it would really be extremely bullish for Polkadot if that were to happen, and its price could explode if that happens. So it's definitely one you want to keep an eye on, and maybe or maybe not add to your portfolio. It's up to you guys what you want to do with it. But I think Polkadot could do well this bull run, and especially if that happens, I think it'll explode if that were to happen. But there's obviously no guarantee of when that would happen, but that is the talk of what could potentially happen with Polkadot out there. So we'll see what happens, but this may be one you want to consider adding to your portfolio, just kind of a wild card play out there. So those are the ones that I've covered in this video, guys. Some safer plays for you for those who are looking for, you know, decent gains this bull run. They don't want to get too risky, or maybe you want to have most of your portfolio in coins like these, and then some in some of the microcaps, smaller percentages in the microcaps that are more risky. I've got a lot of videos out there on microcap gaming and AI coins that are well under 10 million market cap right now that I think are going to get into the hundreds of millions of market cap. You guys could take a look at some of those videos for gaming and AI projects that have launched since March of this year. You know, I think some of those are going to do really well. They're obviously higher risk plays because they're really low market cap, but I think the potential for them to do well is definitely there. but just be careful, you know, how much you put into those if you decide to purchase any of them. You know, it's your own risk tolerance basically, and what you are, you know, willing to potentially lose for more gains if you're looking for that. But you know, none of this is financial advice, guys. Make sure you do your own research on everything. You know, don't just buy something because I'm covering it on my channel. I'm not paid by any of these projects to cover any of these on today's video or anything. These are just ones that I think are good, solid projects you guys should invest in if you're looking for something safer. But like I said, do your own research and your own due diligence, guys. But that's all I've got for this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and we'll see you on the next video.